VBGA. Thank you for tuning in and joining us today for our virtual presentation for Volunteer Awards and Appreciation. I just wanted to express my gratitude. I've had the pleasure to meet and get to know many of you over the past few years. The last year and a half has been very strange, and you have kept with us and you've kept together, and for that we are incredibly grateful. It is inspiring to be a part of a community that cares so much about these beautiful spaces, and for that I just wanted to say thank you. This year, in lieu of the regular volunteer awards, we asked volunteers to nominate another deserving volunteer for their contribution towards keeping our community connected during the pandemic. So we are very excited to present recognition for those volunteers as well as years of service, and we look forward to seeing you around in the garden and hopefully back to volunteer service in not too long. Again, thank you. Please enjoy the presentation.
My name is Jeanhurst, for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet, and I'm a longtime volunteer at Van Dusen. I think that this is one of the real pleasures in my current status at the garden, to take part in the Volunteer Appreciation Day. And I am here really to thank you, because I consider you a community of people rather than just garden volunteers. I have done most things that it is possible to volunteer for in the garden and have a real connection to it, and as a result to those of you over time that I have gotten to know. You're a big part of my life. Thank you for that. And I would like to recognize the following for this year, when it's been so difficult to stay connected to one another. So, the following volunteers have been recognized: Jean McComb and Margie Knox. Via email, they kept their plant sale colleagues up to date about the potluck group's plantings and volunteer status at Van Dusen, and in touch with each other. Here is some of what their colleagues had to say about Jean and Margie. They worked hard to salvage at least some of the plants that were ready for the plant sale, not just for potluck, but also for the rhododendron section. They also informed the group of any health issues of individual members, so we can support each other even though at a distance. Their contribution to the garden has been recognized in the past, but ongoing service also deserves to be acknowledged. Congratulations and thank you, Jean and Margie. The next volunteer is Marilyn Goebbels. Throughout the pandemic, Marilyn, often with Teresa Horney's help, has been creating a weekly garden story e-newsletter for her fellow guides, updating the guide resource website, Erica's Notebook, and arranging a monthly virtual walk with a gardener. Here is some of what her colleagues had to say about Marilyn. For many of us, the garden story is a highlight of the week. Delightful snippets and facts, not only about the plants, but Van Dusen history as well. The online monthly walk isn't the same as our pre-COVID walks, but they keep us connected with what is happening in the garden and bring hope that maybe next year they won't be virtual. Getting the garden story over the past 18 plus months has been a wonderful way to keep the guiding community connected. Congratulations and thank you, Marilyn. During the year plus that seed collectors could not work in the garden, Liz ran a weekly Zoom meeting with the team, enabling a phone-in connection where necessary. Now that the team is again in the garden, Liz is present each week, handles all of the computer IT functions, and works with Heidi and Elise on ramping up to a full volunteer presence. Here is some of what her colleagues had to say about Liz Goslin. Those weekly Zooms were critical for keeping up morale. We chatted about plants and larger garden issues, and we shared our own stories of coping with the pandemic. Our volunteer group would have been much decimated if Liz had not provided that regular contact for us over all these months. She goes above and beyond to be helpful and knowledgeable for us. Congratulations and thank you to Liz.
I'm happy to be here today. My name is Janine Preston and I'm the Director of Membership. It's been a challenging 18 months, and it's so heartening to know that our volunteers, our members, and our donors have continued to stay connected. We miss you. We miss your smiles, your laughter, your enthusiasm, and your stories. Hang in there. We hope that we can welcome you all back very soon. The following volunteers have been nominated by one or more of their peers to be recognized for their contributions towards keeping the volunteer community connected during the pandemic. John Shinnick. When the pandemic meant the seed collectors could no longer meet in the garden on Tuesdays, John arranged for them to meet weekly via Zoom instead. Here is what his colleagues had to say about John. This gave us the opportunity to discuss a wide range of topics, stay committed to the garden, and support each other. John has kept our whole group connected during these difficult times. It wouldn't have happened without him. Congratulations and thank you, John. Mari Matic. Mari attends the volunteer rep meetings and circulates the minutes to her fellow Blodell docents, and also regularly suggests ways for them to stay connected with each other. Here is some of what her colleagues had to say about Mari. Mari is a real point person for our group. People correspond with her about a whole variety of issues. Mari has done a lot to help keep our group a group and cohesive. She is immensely suitable for recognition. Congratulations and thank you, Mari. Marge Robertson. Throughout this long period, Marge has kept in contact with her colleagues in the Tuesday seed collectors via Zoom. She has always been available to answer their questions. Here is some of what her colleagues had to say about Marge. Marge is our anchor. She serves up plant identifications with a finesse we can all aspire to. Some days, she saves our bacon. Congratulations and thank you, Marge. Huey Jones. A Sunday guide since 1997, Huey has been using regular e-messages and photos to keep her colleagues connected with the garden and with each other. Here is some of what her colleagues had to say about her. She has chronicled the seasons of the garden for our team for the past year and a half. With her images and botanical tales, she reminds us of its beauty, surprises, and changes. She has kept us connected and inspired, and helped us keep our guiding brains exercised and in good spirits. Congratulations and thank you, Huey.
Hi, my name is Janet Rhodes. I'm the president of the VBGA, and I'm very delighted to be here to help recognize our wonderful volunteers who have done so much in this difficult year to keep the VBGA going. So thank you very much to all of you. I have the pleasure of introducing 4 nominees. The following volunteers have been nominated by one or more of their peers to be recognized for their contributions towards keeping the volunteer community connected during this extraordinary time. First up, Gwen Coleman and Tildy Gross. Between them, seed collectors Gwen and Tildy have provided knowledge to their colleagues and ongoing support for team leader John Shinnick, stepping in when he has been unavailable. Here is what the colleagues have had to say about Gwen and Tildy. Tildy is an avid gardener and freely shares her passion and knowledge of plants and seeds. Her efforts are critical to the quality control of the Tuesday harvest, cleaning and packaging. And Gwen's leadership support has helped us to stay together. Congratulations and thank you both, Gwen and Toby. Next up, we have Penny Williams. Penny has kept our volunteer community connected and informed through her wonderfully written profiles of VBGA volunteers, both individual and groups. Here is what her colleagues have to say about Penny. Penny has a unique flair in capturing each person's talents, contributions and commitments to the VBGA. I always look forward to reading her profiles and learning more about my fellow volunteers. Working with Penny is always such a pleasure. She approaches her role with curiosity, positivity, and genuine passion to tell the stories of our volunteers and volunteer teams. Congratulations and thank you, Penny. And finally, but not last, Lynn Anderson. Throughout this long period, Lynn has kept guides connected through video events, regular communications, and lobbying for a return to active guiding, which we are keen to do too. Here is what her colleagues have to say about Lynn. Lynn is always tactful and has shown great leadership in adjusting to the different dynamics of online meeting as opposed to our physical one. She and Marilyn Gobel have together provided us with online meetings, plant stories, education, and virtual tours. Thank you and congratulations, Lynn. Thank you all.
Hello, my name is Heidi Jacobs and I'm the Assistant Executive Director here at the VBGA. This year, the VBGA Volunteer Engagement Department launched our new Emeritus Initiative. The Emeritus Initiative invites retiring volunteers with 10 or more years of regular active service to remain connected to our wonderful community through recognition and select volunteer events, and in our small way letting them know just how much we appreciate them and their contributions over the years. The following volunteers have retired in the past year and have accepted the invitation to the Emeritus program. Please join me in congratulating Kathleen Harris, Katie McIntosh, Jean Millard, Barbara Pendleton, and Barbara Phillips. Thank you again for your contributions over the years. We look forward to reconnecting with you through the program and seeing you in the garden and conservatory.
I'm Natasha Friedman, the camp coordinator.
And I'm Haley Moran, the Youth Programs Manager here at the Vancouver Botanical Gardens Association. We do things like camp programs, field trips, anything happening with youth here in the garden, and it's been really exciting to see the volunteers returning to the garden, and I'm super excited for a full return and all of your hard work during this crazy time.
And now we will be reading the names of the recipients of the 5-year service awards.
Gabrielle Affleck,
Diane Ash,
Lana Austin,
David Bourquin,
Corey Bradshaw,
Andrew Brown,
Madeline Carpenter,
E. Helen Chung,
Agnes Choi,
Gwen Coleman,
Doug Crocker,
Chelsea Eby,
Dale Fitzpatrick,
Allison Gordon Firing,
Donella Hayes,
Linda Hill,
Marilyn Hooper,
Paul Kluckner,
Val Yang,
Barbara McRae,
Vincent Matak,
Anna Munger,
Lori Osborne,
Michael Page,
Linda Picciotto,
Katie Poon,
Vicky Potter,
Sophia Kwan, Sandy Quattrociochi,
Carol Shaw,
Deborah Spafford,
Angela Stearns,
Eileen Stewart,
Karen Thoreaus,
Grace Ting,
Victoria Toole,
Wai Hai Tsang,
Heather Williams,
Judith Weishart,
Linda Wong.
Vang Hong Wong, Yao Chan Yin.
Thank you and congratulations on 5 years of service.
Carol Adachi,
Bruno Boyle,
Rosalind Breckner,
Nancy Cowley,
Daphne Elwick,
Jim Garros,
Lise Goosen,
Lisa Lung,
Gwen Ng,
Pat Palmer,
Jashoda Patel,
Susan Pomper,
Sharon Reinstadler,
Debo Sangha,
Margaret Sherwood,
Kella Taylor,
Linda Taylor,
Frank Wang,
Sheila Waylock.
Ruth Wolf.
Thank you and congratulations on 10 years of service.
Hello everybody, my name is Marina Prince and I'm the librarian at the Joseph Wask Library and Resource Center, and I have been here 20 years, which is as long as many of you. I just want to tell you that I cannot wait till we get the volunteers back, because I think everybody in the organization misses you guys terribly and look forward to the date when it happens again. So now I would like to read the list of volunteers celebrating their 15 years of service with the VBGA. Betty Andrus, Darla Drader, Darlene Goreski, Linda Hewitt, Chin Fung Kuo Wan, Diana Munson, Laurel Oldford Down, Rosemary Pitzer, Judy Shinnick, Wendy Wales, Lily Wenying Wang, Jill Wright. Thank you and congratulations on 15 years. "20 years of service. Caroline Bremner, Pat Hartley, Sid Hartley, Allison Hyatt, Libby Kelly, Edie Kernahan, Jane Sherritt, and Reza Sarkub. Thank you and congratulations on 20 years.
Hello, my name is Chantel Martin, Director of Education with the Vancouver Botanical Gardens Association. VBGA volunteers are a true inspiration to me. The association's successes would not be possible without your dedication, skills, and talents. It is my pleasure to recognize volunteers with the Years of Service Awards. So without further ado, here are the very deserving recipients. Here are the volunteers who are celebrating their 25 years of service milestones. Leslie Hanna, Jeanhurst, Mark Lamont, Frank McGreal, Agnes Merton, Glenda Porosnik, Alan Reed, Marge Robertson, Deborah Rutherford, Ross Waddell, and Sally Yukawa. Thank you for all your contributions over the years and congratulations on 25 years of service. With 30 years of service, we celebrate Peggy Brenne, Audrey Dewan, Gwendolyn Gore, Mary Ellen Giles, and Dorothy Lee. We appreciate your dedication, and we thank you and congratulate you on 30 years of service. Now, with an astounding 40 years of service, we celebrate Bruce McConnell and Karen Thurkel. Congrats on 40 years. Your dedication truly inspires us all, and we thank you. What an honor to announce our volunteers with 45 years of service, Joan Baker and Shirley Hebbington. We are honored to celebrate you today. What an amazing accomplishment, and congratulations on your 45 years of service. This concludes the Years of Service Awards. Again, thank you volunteers for all that you do, and I can't wait to see you back at the garden.
This past year, the VBGA Volunteer Department also launched our In Memoriam initiative to honor and remember those volunteers from our community who have passed away in the past year. Please join us in a moment of silence to remember and honor these amazing volunteers.
Over the past year, due to the pandemic, we haven't had the pleasure of having most of our volunteers on site here in the Garden and Conservatory with us. We miss you. We really, truly appreciate your support. How our communities come together to support each other, stay connected. Your patience, your understanding, and your commitment to our gardens and our program. We value you. Whether you've had the opportunity to come in and join us for one of the volunteer social events, volunteer, or just be with us in spirit, we thank you for your support. We miss you. We look forward to a time where we can have all of your smiling faces back with us. Thank you, and please celebrate you today.